So by far the most prominent feature in version 14.1 is insights, this way to design dashboards exactly to your liking. And you directly already logged into this tenant and directly see already kind of what you can do and what the end result will be. So I designed here a completely new dashboard, and I put here the total number of cases, total number of contracts, total number of people. I have here a list of domiciles. So basically it is about all the people I kind of have in the configuration. You see, okay, most are actually from Germany, then from Switzerland, Spain, France, Austria. So all these things here are configured. There's different widgets. So you see if I move myself here, you see here we have pie charts, we have bar charts, we have another pie chart here, we have tables of things, and we kind of display metrics where we want metrics. And this is fully configurable. So directly doesn't we jump to the configuration, and then I just move myself again here. And if I go into pages, and if I go into insights here, I call this the dashboard. So there you see we also have this new cool concept of sidebars. So I click here, we open that, and here you see everything here is configured. So basically this is I put these widgets exactly at this position that I liked here. And for example, I can move the account type a little bit down, and I could now basically move the total here. And if I now put that live, then you will directly see that basically the dashboard changes exactly in the way we wanted it. So we'll now have widgets at different positions. So if I open the case manager now, you see that basically I moved this here, and now I kind of I reordered the dashboard. So in a very detailed view, you can kind of totally configure where does it go. I mean, and maybe if you look at, okay, it's just cool, we can configure exactly where do things go. But I mean, we can also consider exactly what you want to kind of see as this data. So when I go here, the total number of cases, so you see there's a lot of options. In the middle, it kind of displays us what's the end result of this widget that we're configuring. On the left, you kind of configure what kind of data do we actually want here. So for example, you said here from the model of all the cases, we want to get the attribute number of. So the number of all the cases in the system. But I mean, I could choose a lot of other things. I could choose the color, the tag, the owner, initiator. I mean, I can choose basically any attribute you kind of have in that case. So also calculate the attributes. So you can calculate something inside a case and display it and kind of here as a metric. And I can filter. I can say, okay, this is all the cases, but I could also say only cases that are kind of case status that are ongoing. So I only want to see this for ongoing cases. And now I've filtered all the cases by ongoing, and I only display total number of ongoing cases. So then probably I should also then rename this. So it's total number of ongoing cases. And if I close this here, now basically you have a different widget. And if I just put that live here, you see that the number now also would probably go down. Not everything was ongoing. So if I now go into case manager, we totally see the total of ongoing cases only 39. We could have before also kind of copied that widget. We anyway have the space now because we moved something down. So if I close here, I have a new widget. So I copied that one now. I could move that directly up here. This one is now, and I want now to also see the total number of cases. I remove that filter here, and now I can actually see both of these things at the same time. So very cool. You can go into very detail of configuring this. Let's also kind of have a look at kind of how do we display this even nicer views here with a pie chart. How does that look like? So again, through the data source, I say cases. We take the attribute state. So the cases are in states. So they can be in states just in review or in draft or in approved. So we can just kind of now just take the cases and count them by that. So we say we make an aggregation, make groups. We make every state is now a group. We want to display as a pie chart. It would also make sense to do this as a bar chart. That also works. Gives you an example data. And we can display the amount basically with the percentage or just the amount or just a percentage, whatever kind of makes sense. So we can, for example, just change this to a bar chart, and we display only the percentages of anything. We want to see a maximum number of 6 groups. So we have lots of statuses, but if we say we want to only display 2 of them, we will only see 2 of the potential statuses. So it depends, of course, on your workflow. You could have 17 states, you could have 5 states, and you could display then basically only to display the first 2, and then the other one, everything else is in other. It's also very cool. You can choose, okay, do I want this as a time period all the time? Or do I only kind of want this for the last 30 days, the last 90 days, the last year, basically? So we choose now all the time here, but we could also just kind of obviously filter it by that. So if I choose this here and I put this live, we went now from a pie chart to a bar chart. So if you go into our case manager, we see we have the pie chart of approved and other. We want to see maximum 2 groups. So we only see that we kind of have 74% of things are approved, and 26% are in other. So very easily we can configure dashboards here to display exactly what we want. There's one more thing that's also pretty cool in metrics that we can also display here. Let me show you that. So if I go into metrics, there's also a kind of a cool thing to say we want to see this over time. So we want to kind of compare this. We want to display this like as a total, I want to see it as a metric. And I want to kind of compare this actually the last 30 days, but I want to compare this kind of like to a different time period. So now I can say it basically, okay, I want to display like the total number of ongoing cases, and maybe let's display like here, like today. And I want to compare this basically like how many more or how much less is this than actually since yesterday. So let us put this live here. So I hope I have actually data to display this nicely, but let's see what we kind of get now. So this will now display the total number of ongoing cases today and compares this, okay, how much percentage is more or less than yesterday? And where do we put this? Actually, we put it here, total number of ongoing cases. We actually move to the bottom. So it's 6 of them, and this is 82% less than what we kind of had yesterday. So apparently yesterday we created more cases. Today is Sunday when I record this, so it's already on a yesterday. On a Saturday, people worked a lot more. On a Sunday, people worked a little bit less. So this is Insights, a cool new way to kind of display widgets. We have now one widget in here. You see in the Pages view. I could just take this complete Insight view, duplicate that, put another Insight. I can just move this then basically just to the top here and here. So I can also call this now our dashboard, like if we finish reordering. I can call this dashboard too. So I can make as many of these views as I like and kind of put them all live, and then have a long list of different pages that I can display for all specific purposes. I think this would be very handy.